Good afternoon, hello, welcome to the TriathlonDan YouTube channel. Today is a day of triathlon training. So join me on Monday. We are 3 weeks minus 1 day away from Ironman Wales 2022. Come on. The event I entered in 2019 after having just finished Ironman Wales is finally coming around and I'm absolutely buzzing, really looking forward to it. Let me know down below if you are racing the event. I know there's loads of people doing it because they actually opened entries up a few weeks ago again, very quietly, and they're now closed again. Anyway, so today, 45-minute run. I haven't pressed save yet, so I might need to do that to see some stats. It was just a 15-minute steady warm-up, so like zone 2, 15 minutes tempo, and then 15 minutes steady running. 45 minutes, 5.45 miles, just over 8-minute miling average. I think the tempo block wasn't really very fast because it was undulating, but it was definitely tempo effort. Now, 3 weeks to go for Ironman Wales. I've seen a lot of people talking about training's done, time to taper and stuff, and I get that, this is individual, everybody needs to do their own thing. I am nowhere near thinking about being able to taper. If anything, I'm picking it up for the next 2 weeks to try and get some training in. The last few weeks for me have been very busy life-wise. I'm not particularly fatigued, I'm not particularly coming off the back of a big training block, so I'm going to have a couple of weeks of hopefully real solid training and then have a week or so's taper. I find that's plenty of time for me. It's not a flex for how fit you are, it's just that I don't perhaps train flat out anyway, so it doesn't take me too long to recover from. And I spend a lot of time with cyclists, and if you told a cyclist you were tapering for 3 weeks for an event, they'd laugh you out the room. So it just, I think it's the effect running has on you, isn't it? Anyway, gonna go get some lunch and then I will see you this evening for a bike ride, and I'm hoping the weather stays like this, but it isn't forecast to. See you there. Okay, good evening. So it's tea time, not for me, it's for the cat though. The weather is doing this outside, so it is not an outdoor bike evening as expected. However, when the weather's like this, it does excite me a little bit because there's a little bit of something in my brain that says somebody else, somewhere in the world, hopefully doing the same event as me, just sacked a session off because of the weather. They've, for whatever reason, not been able to train indoors or been put off by the weather for some reason. Oh boy, and that motivates me. There you go, on your mat please. That motivates me to get my training done. In reality, that isn't a thing, is it? It doesn't matter at all. But in my head is where it counts. So Liz is away for the next 2 or 3 days. Can't remember exactly how many. She's gone away to Filey with her grandma. And of course, I have various instructions about food, chickens, Rupert, the cat, chickens, squirrels, PTO on Earth. Oh my goodness, more. Oh, Monday PM, dustbins out. Can't forget that. Pick up poos off garden. Oh. Anyway, right, let's go and get the bike. Whew, okay, bike session done and does. It's not really a session to be honest. I just rode for 1 hour and 20 just in zone 2. 124 beats a minute, 218 watts, 1 hour and 20 minutes. That was really good. Now, I'm an avid Zwift user. Like, I love the platform, love the races, love the training, etc. However, I have not made time to go and recce the Ironman Wales course. I did do the event in 2019, just 3 years ago, so I could perhaps do the refresher. But in honesty, I just haven't had the time to travel. It's like 4.5 to 5 hour drive each way for me, plus cost of accommodation, cost of travel, etc. I haven't made the time, I haven't made the effort to go and recce the course. Perhaps that's a mistake. However, Full Gas have got a full video up on their website of the Ironman Wales course. So I've been sat here on the turbo tonight, just watching the course. Now, that isn't as good as a recce, nowhere near as good as, but it's a lot better than nothing. Like, I'm looking at it and I can remember some parts of the course, particularly when, before the last one, Liz and I went and recce'd it, a couple of lay-bys which we stopped and took pictures and stuff, so good just to get a few little memories, and obviously I'll look at the race briefing and stuff close to the time, but yeah, it's good to reminisce about the course a little bit, and I need to make a note of how far in I'm into that, about 1 hour and a bit, so the next time I'm on the turbo, before the race, I can pick up from there and carry on watching it. Hello Rupert, you okay? Yeah. Good lad, I know it's a mess in here, I know. He's had his tea, I've ticked that off a list for today. Just needs his water changing for the 2nd time today, and then I think that's it, animal duties nearly done. Anyway, as per me, not panic training, but making the most of 2 weeks I've got, I'm going for a swim, so see you at the pool. Okay, swim done and dusted. I did 1.1k in 21 minutes. Now, I had planned to do 2k just straight off. However, I was finding myself just like daydreaming. There's not much to think about when you're swimming, is there? And when I was daydreaming, I was losing my focus. Don't worry, I'm not going to start a 4-part series on that. And I was just not trying very hard. and I was just slipping into just swimming like really steady and not really putting any effort in. So I was thinking, right, I'm not getting anything from this. Let's change it up a little bit. So I dropped down to doing 200. So I did 1.1k, then 4 times 200. I did the first one off for 30 seconds rest, and I wasn't feeling too sharp, so I dropped it up to 1 minute rest. They were all about between 3:30 and 3:40. And then I did 100 warm down to finish on 2k, and I'm quite happy with that, to be honest. Another good 2k swim in the bank. It feels good not finishing a session and not being absolutely tired out. Like my body was a little bit tired because of the run and bike today, but that felt okay. I know I've got a lot of work to do in the water, but that was good. This cat has been so clingy just now. When Liz not here, he's like clinging onto me. Like everywhere I go, he's under my feet, whining at me for attention. Normally, Liz deals with all that. Anyway, I need to consult this list to find out what else I need to do. Chickens PM. I have to get the layers pellets in from outside because the slugs crawl all over them in the night. And when Liz goes out early in the morning and finds slugs on the layers pellets, she throws them over the fence. There you go, RSPCA. Change waters, check the coop doors closed. That's it. Right, I'm going to end the video there. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, please do hit the subscribe button down below. And I'll see you tomorrow today was a day of proper triathlon training, wasn't it? I'll see you tomorrow for a day of proper triathlon training. Later.